Hi everybody, it's me BK again, and today I'm sorry for not making any videos for the last couple months, I guess, but I'm gonna make a video during this whole Black Lives Matter thing, and I just want to tell you my two run-ins that I can remember in with the police. My first one was when I had my first episode in like 2012 after Anime Expo, and it wasn't that terrible, but I remember when I first saw a cop. I think he was a black guy, and I was listening. Then all of a sudden, I was, I think I might have been detained and just moved, kind of pushed to the ground, not on my face or anything, but just on my butt, so it was fine. And I remember this cop said I dropped something, which I did not, and it was clearly that he just had it in his hand and dropped it onto the floor. Say, "Hey, what is this?" And I'm like, "What?" And then he just tasted it, whatever the hell it was, salt, crack, I don't know. It wasn't a nickel sack. And if I really was on those drugs, they would have probably have really looked into it. They probably did because I don't think I ever got charged. Otherwise, I would have been in jail by now. Anyway, that was one time, and that was it. And they took me to a hospital right afterwards, and there were two white cops, so they could have just shot me in the face there. I don't know. Anyway, the next time, the next time I was in downtown LA. I left at around 6 in the morning. Then it was pitch black later, and I was like past 12 midnight the next day. I think I was I was in front of the convention center, and I was having a mental episode again, and these cops found me. I don't even know how they knew my name or who I was. And I remember using the bathroom on the tree nearby, and they told me to stop, but I haven't used the bathroom all day, so whatever. Anyway, they could have done anything to me if they wanted to, but they never did. They just asked for my name, where I lived, my ID, if I had one. I don't even know if I did. And if I did, they probably just took it, I think. And they were very nice. They were not forcefully on me. They weren't forcing me to do anything. They just asked questions and stuff like that. They told them where my old medication was. I don't know what they did with it. I think they gave it to the hospital when they sent me there. I remember there was a cop there. He looked like he was maybe not Caucasian. One was Caucasian for sure. The other one looked like he was at least Mexican or from Spanish descent. The one from Spanish descent looked like he was crying because I kept saying, "Just let me die, just let me die." And they talked to me for about 30 minutes or so. I don't know. I can't tell. And they eventually took me to a hospital, and I was admitted there, which was I think UCLA hospital, if I'm right. And I was there for like 2-3 days, and then I was sent to another mental hospital somewhere else, which was I think in the Valley somewhere. I don't know. All I know is that it was called College Hospital, I think. Anyway, I think and I remember I looked it up right afterwards, some years later, about why I was not, shot in the face or killed somehow. And I found out, like, I think the year before in 2011, that cops were trained to how to deal with mentally ill. And I'm black, and I had a mental illness. And even though I was on medication, I don't think it was the right medication yet. They could have easily have just killed me and just said we were afraid of our lives. We thought we were okay, and then they struggled and they took my gun or something. They didn't do that. They could have easily done that, even with cameras around. Nobody would have thought for a second that they wouldn't need to do that, because people with mental illness are always looked down upon, or like they just looked at as crazy people who just do crazy shit, like just murder someone like that they just met, or like their brother or their mother, just for the hell of it. And but yeah, so I think they're not all cops are bad, even though I don't know, because every time I've seen a cop, They never harassed me or any other way besides that black cop in 2012. And I think they're just getting a bad rap because if they were really all that bad, they would have been abolished a long time ago. And since there's more people than cops, it would have been happened. So, yeah. Well, that's about it. And I hope everybody is safe during the Black Lives Matter movement and protest. And please do not loot during these protests because it gives us black people and people who are trying to change this the most peaceful way a bad name. I want more black lives to be saved like anyone else. And I don't know how I got lucky enough not to be killed, but it must have been for some reason. I don't know. But either way, thanks for listening and good luck to all of you. Peace out.